Greetings folks, Pastas here with a new update for my rogue build. If you like daggers, super lightning fast attacks as you zap in and out of someone's guts as you see them burn and melt to every type of disease known to Avalon, this build is for you. Currently, this is one of the top performing melee builds. Requires very little gold investment, and even better, this build is a money maker as we take points in practicality early, and some of our gear will give us gold when we kill anything really. In this video I will go through all the gear, where to get it, alternative options, perks and attributes, and of course a fully dedicated spoiler-free leveling section. So strap in, because it's time to cook. For our weapons, realistically you can use any one-handed weapon you want. However, my gear of choice are Verdant Adder from Act 3, very good base damage, free and extremely easy to get as it's an early Act 3 item. Steel Dagger from Act 2, this is a new item that came with the second free DLC, and you can easily buy it in Act 2. Steel Dagger will allow us to completely forget about critical chance. There is of course also the Mushroom Knife, which is from early Act 2, easy to get as long as you do not annoy the mushroom person. It has an innate poison application, which will help getting poison on anything really faster. Wolf Fang from Act 1 are also incredibly good with Undertow Bloom Vest, and we are pushing sneak damage as high as possible, and then we convert that sneak damage in extra critical damage. Smuggler Knife from Act 2 is another option if you want to stack some extra critical damage. This will require us to change a little bit of items, but if you want to play full crit, you can easily adapt for this weapon. In alternative, there is also the new Culling Blade from Act 3, and you can buy it in Volker's Village. Comes with a very high base damage and is also good. There is also Wave Piercer from Sarras, just in case you are planning to do something different than I did on the build. For relics, we are gonna try to combine a number of relics so that we have the most amount of status effect possible on this build. The most important for me are the Shipworm from Sarras, which will help us add more frailty. Frailty is important on this build because since we're playing as a mystic, it will increase the build-up of our status effects even further. Also, of course, frailty will increase the damage that the enemy take from our physical attacks. So, two good reasons. You get this one by finishing a quest and keeping a secret. In the Sarras leveling section, I will show exactly how I got this. The other most important relics, for me at least, is Tied Tongue for extra poison application. Other relics of course can be included, for example Crimson Shard, Burning Stone as well for extra burning application. For helmet, Coral's Crown from Sarras is our main wet helmet. This will give us a big defensive layer for this build because we can literally freeze everything super fast. Of course, you can also use Crow or Fledgling, which is the inferior version, that will come from the Children of Morrigan questline. You need to side with the woman through the entire questline that starts here, because if you side with the dude, you will only get a small fraction of the items you will get otherwise. Blood Soaked, crafted from Act 1, is also an option for sneak damage. Twin Dirge Veil from Act 2 is a good option if you want extra crit, and it will come from a weird quest. Hollow Sun if you go crit and want to fully invest in bleed. Chest. Main suggestion for both crit and status effect setup is Undertow Bloom Vest from Sarras. It's especially good if you multiply sneak damage, as I said earlier. Crow, chest, the stealth version, not the melee version. So if you sided with Vidar, you got the wrong chest, I'm sorry. Is what I used for a while. It will help with sustain. Twin Dirge Dress is also an option from Act 2. Blood Soaked crafted is also an option as well before going Undertow. Gloves, Crow, Talons will give you a lot of sneak damage. All of the Sun gloves are an option because we still stack bleed and this can be further increased. Endless Dirge gloves from Sarras are also an option compatible with our attributes. There is of course also Flame Gorged gloves, crafted from Act 1, but will work only on stuff that can burn. So for example, if we are fighting the Stalker, which is immune to almost all status effects, it's not gonna be amazing. Martyr gloves from Sarras, one of the first items you get when you started the DLC, is also good and will give you a little bit more sustain. Ashen Veil from Act 3 will give you a lot of sneak damage, and I mean a lot. It's from a crypt and you need to finish the main story to unlock it. then you do the quest and you get it. Cross pants are also a decent option for critical damage without needing extra strength to equip it. Fledgling is the only option that will give you critical, and you get this one as early in Act 2 by progressing in the Children of Morrigan questline. Nightblade pants are also an option that you get before Ashenvale by doing the Theod village quest, and you can find them in the giant burrow underwater. There are of course undertow pants, which are the only defensive option, and these one are not crafted luckily. For boots we have some wild different options. Crows boots for crit. You can also use Crystal Walker boots, however, don't like them on this build because we want to be agile, we don't want for the enemies to nail us down. Baptismal boots are an option if you are going Smuggler Knife. The extra out of combat movement speed is also quite nice. Blood-soaked boots are also an option if you go sneak damage. Lionheart boots are the best option if you are going Smuggler Knife, with the highest amount of dodges you can get without having to go low life. Back items. Flaming Cloak from Act 1 is my main choice, slap in some upgrades and you'll become a walking microwave. It's inside the Mist Bearer Den north of the map in Act 1 in one of the chests. Ashenvale Cloak, all good stats for us. From Act 3, you still need to go in a crypt, so you need to finish the main quest. This time it's gonna be in a coffin. Burrower, crafted, best choice if you want to sneak damage. From Act 2, Winged Back Cavalier, best choice if you need a lot of crit. You need to do a couple of quests for Atli before you're given the recipe. Amulets, my main choice is Glacial from Sarras. It will provide amazing synergy with the Coral Crown. Heart of a Flame is also an option if you're using a different back item but you still want to proc burning effect. It's from Act 3. Amulet of the Fearful Man from Act 2. If you want extra sneak damage, you need to do the quest for the man in the barrel and side with him. Colm's Finger from Act 1, good for crit, is also good. No Quarters Amulet from Sarras for extra melee damage is also an option. Wound Bearer Locket from Sarras is also an option since we are stacking Frailty through relics and one ring. Rings. My main choice is of course Poisoned Ring from Act 2, really a no-brainer, really good during leveling as well, I never took it off pretty much. My second ring is Enfys Ring from Sarras. We need to do a quest and pick the right dialogue options in the right order. In the Sarras leveling section, I'll show it there, don't worry. Swordsman Amulet for damage is also an option from Act 2. Inside a barrel near 3 bandits. If crit is needed, you can also use Perilous Orbs from Act 1, but I feel they are less desirable on this build. Okay, let's look at our attributes. This is on a status effect setup. If you're going crit, then you still want the same attribute spread as I did, but with different items. Minimum requirement, 6 strength for Ashenvale Pants, 10 endurance, 10 dexterity, no spirituality because we are not an hybrid. Points in practicality are completely optional. I still put them because gold, of course. The minimum requirement if you're using pieces of the cross set is 3, and then rest is perception, really. Now let me pop an origin potion and I will show how I put points during leveling. Okay, 3 points in dexterity to begin with. Then I went with 3 points in endurance, 3 points in practicality, 7 points in dexterity, 4 points in perception, 1 was from the book in the crypt, 6 points in practicality, 10 dexterity, 10 endurance, 10 perception, 6 strength, 7 points in practicality, and then rest went in perception. Okay, let's quickly go through the skill tree. We start in practicality, Exploitation Affliction, Potent Poison, Stacking Peril. In the dagger tree, Lingering Affliction, 2 points in Razor Edge. In dexterity, 1 point in agile, athletic build, this is also important if you go Smuggler Knife, but I still took this one. Fast reflexes, temporal sleep. Temporal sleep will proc like this in combat. You start to sprint and then you want to crouch. You can spam this as well, really incredibly good to survive. In strength, max agile fighter, unending assault, 1 point in powerful blows, unstoppable momentum, invigorating dance, powerful blows, 2 points in ambidextrous, 2 points in raising scourge. In Red Death, 3 points in Plague Warden. As soon as you lock Red Death, doesn't matter your level, this is amazing to survive. 1 point in Silent Hunter, 2 points in Assassin Doctrine. If you want, you can get Shit Death as well, amazing to survive. Long cooldown, but really good as well. 1 point in Body Armor, 1 point in Inner Strength. 1 point in Godly Physique, 2 points in Executioner. Now, I'm only level 44 and the build is already very effective at what it does, but we can still put a lot of points and take a lot of damage if you are higher level. If you're going Critical Strike, instead of the thing that I did for extra points in Dagger and stuff, you want to prioritize Extra Lucky, Critical Cascade. Respite and Cruelty, Critical Aegis, and Bloodthirst are the stuff you take if you go Critical Strike. For Life Leech, you want to take this one as soon as your critical chance is decent, even like 60% is good enough for both. Of course, if you have extra points, max Godly Physique. If you have extra points and you're not forms of self-healing, you can go 1 point in Vitality, Carnage, and Cruelty. These are all good, but when you heal, you lose these bonuses. There are also, of course, Serpent Swiftness and Predator Fangs, which are also good that you can take. You can also finish taking Razor Edge. And then, if you want, anything in the red F3 is free damage. This is my suggestion, pretty much. Okay, let's look at the Sarras perk. You have two options here. If you go Critical Strike, and you don't care about status effect, you go as a rogue. We start with Frailty Broker. Dependable Luck, this will help a lot with Critical Strike. Frailty Expert, Rising Exhaustion, and then Coup de Grace. If you're playing a status effect, then you want to play as Mystic. But only if you are generating Frailty charges through items and relics. Mana Spring, Ebb and Flow, Elemental Exposure, the main important one. Then you can go Viral Elements and Elemental Crescendo. These are gonna be my suggestion for Sarras. In the tutorial you can choose any life path that you want. I went of course with the Thief. Get the HP statuette. Get a copy of Blood Transfusion by breaking the wall. The pickaxe is next to it, because we're gonna need it to kill some of the mobs. Get the Origin Potion. If you want some extra XP and a very decent chest that can be used by putting points in strength early, you can kill Conquer. There is also a health ring that you can pick in the door behind. In the description you'll find a link where all the bonus attributes, points and other stuff not included in this leveling section can be found, so you can become even stronger. Shrines, spells, there is everything there. Get the mana ring. Kill the monk, we kinda need that stamina ring anyway.
Sacrifice to the prophet.
Killing the Wailing Effigy as well, extra XP. Now, Baldy can be killed in multiple ways. I found a much faster and effective way to do it, which is safer. Just go to him with Blood Transfusion, and then you want to walk and slowly walk back. Don't go too far or he'll switch to bow. Okay, as soon as we get to the shore, get the tag from the fallen body and a recipe. Then buy 3 deer antler fragments from the merchant. Get a burning stone before you leave the small island. Offer those to the shrine for extra movement speed. Get the letter for the merchant quest that you meet later. Okay, now wait at night and then you want to break into this house and steal our daggers. These daggers are amazing, you can use them up to Act 2 very easily, or even further if you want. They will give you gold every time you kill stuff. Get another stamina ring here. Do all the druid shrines, they will offer permanent buffs that are quite good. In the graveyard, there is a dagger you can dig out, which is kinda decent, but will only work when you dash. In the small crypt on the side, you can find a poison relic. It's not amazing, but it's still useful. Take it. Get the blood ring atop the stone ring, in the way that I'm showing here. It's in a chest. Start to pop those status effect relics in your weapons. In the All Mother Temple, buy the Crimson Shard Relic, use it, and then buy the bonus consumable, the Pilgrim Bone. This is where you start the Children of Morrigan questline. Just don't forget, you want to tell Vidar that you're going along, and then you want to betray Vidar. In the crypt, get a bonus book for perception. Get a health regeneration relic when you kill stuff, it's good. You can find the flaming clock by doing the Mistbearer's Den in the north of the map. You don't even have to kill the Mistbearer. If you want, you can go later, just get the clock. Start to pump that clock up because base value is very bad. When you finish Act 2, use the south entrance because it's safer, the north one is more dangerous. In Act 2, do this dialogue check, do not make the mushroom guy angry, he will give you the free poison knife.
Here. Devils. If you're take my
Buy bonus attribute points. Go with Field, buy his bonus attribute point.
And I can hear just oh.
Then grab the smuggler knife above him. Once you are in the Red Death Fortress, trade some health with the totem, it's worth it. Also, if you need extra XP on this setup, you can just go in a corner and then run around and everything will die and you don't even have to risk your life. Very good place to farm relics and XP, especially on this build. This is where you get the Swordsman Amulet Ring, which is good as well. In Sigramore, the main quest will send you here. You can even go here early and buy the Tied Tongue relic if you want. I came here, I took the relic and then I came here later to finish the main quest.
Truth.
Get the poison ring from the small crypt. Be careful because the eyes inside can hurt. Start the Red Death questline that starts in the hospital here. No spoilers.
now.
Again, reminder to do all the druid shrines. Once you have enough money, if you want the steel dagger, you can buy it from Beor. Of course, you need to do the quest for Beor first. In Act 3, this is where you get Verdant Adder. You need a pickaxe, but I guess you have it by now, huh? In Sarras, this is where you get this coral crown.
And oi. Oh, but
This is where you get the glacial amulet. this is how you get the Elfin's Art or whatever the name is. You go in, kill the bad dude, go to the lady, and then go through her past generational trauma or whatever. Her life kind of sucks, but then again, she's a monster.
Oh, but what? You can keep. I'm not about to start and hope.
Get the Undertow recipe anyway. It's a mob you need to kill anyway, not too hard. You will meet another of this creature on your way to get the glacial amulet anyway. Kinda hard to miss. Talk with the NPC, pick the right option, do not make her mad. But instead of listening to her, because after all, we are a quite powerful and independent rogue, we just go there, instantly find her sister. Her sister is annoyed about her. I think she's the sister or whatever. The story in this case is very not TOS friendly, but whatever. Convince the sister that the other sister is dead, and then boom, you get the bow, and then when you come back, you get the relic as well.
I did what? It was just, but now that I hear. Oh.
Good, I know. Thank you. Here.
In Act 3, you can get a free stone relic one time only. You should do it. Reduction to stamina cost is good.
Be careful. Oh, what? Oh.
Well, that's it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like or maybe subscribing for more gaming content. Have fun playing Fall of Avalon, and I will see you in the next video.